food is 4 brass pennies.
Ooh, how about 3?
Oh, 12 pennies or
Yeah,
a silver shilling.
I believe I have.
I'm gonna do the
Sure.
same thing.
I just realized that out of all of us, Josh, you're probably the only one that doesn't have a hard time converting the pennies into shillings and the shillings into crowns because it uses the British system or
You don't use
something like
feelings
that.
anymore. God damn it!
How much was the
4
rations?
pennies.
I have 1 penny left.
And
I
that's
got
for
nothing left.
You have enough for food?
I have enough for 3 days of food.
Yeah, how many rations do we need?
Just one. Well, no, actually, like, well, unless you can get some at the church, you would need 2. One to go, one to come back.
Could you hypothetically forage?
Oh, yes, you could. If you're good at that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, I'm a hermit. I'm good at surviving, so I think I might be able to do it.
Then, yeah.
Okay. If that's on the table, then yeah, I would. I was afraid you were going to say something like, no, 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 no. You do not eat outside of towns.
Oh,
Like,
no, we're not in that
there's a
type of game.
picture
No,
of
no, you
big-
can forage. It's just, let's
Yeah.
say you fail a foraging check, a survival check, you might
Then
feed
I'm
on,
hungry.
like, well, not go hungry, but, like, feed on...
Something that makes me sick.
Yeah, that makes you sick, or that, well, not necessarily kills you, but you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
but it is entirely possible. And as you're leaving, actually, this is our last like tutorial part for tonight. Wilderness travel. So, the classic crap your pants food. Yep, yeah, the crap your pants berries.
Oh,
Wilderness.
I know those.
in the wilderness, you guys have to. So, travel is split into stretches. We'll do only one stretch. So, to get like halfway, make camp, and then get to the church. So it's like one stretch in all. Well, it's a short stretch. The terrain is easy, I think, plus 20%. So all the checks you guys are going to do on the road as part of the travel part of the game are at plus 20%. And then the 4 of you will have to give yourselves a role. And there are 3 roles. The guide, the survivalist, and the scout. So the guide...
Oh, LE,
yep.
not LL. Okay.
Huh?
I'm following. I got confused. I got caught up with roll as in 2 L's.
No, roll with
And
1
so I was
L.
like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, it's like social combat. Okay. But no, it's okay.
No,
Sorry,
it's
continue.
it's my thick French accent coming out. So the guide is the person that
Knows
makes
the way.
makes sure you're not lost at the end of the day. And they rely on a skill called navigation. The survivalist is the person that has bushcraft skills, find places to hide from bad weather, maybe to shave off a few hours of travel by taking shortcuts, and also, if possible, to find food. And then the scout is the one that scouts ahead of the group, makes sure that if something is out of the ordinary, that the group is made aware of it, and either finds a detour or at least is prepared for whatever dangers might lurk ahead. You're 4. There are 3 roles, so 2 of you are going to have the same one, which means that that role, whatever it is, will be more successful, like have more chance because you're helping one another. So I'd suggest, and it is in one of the rare instances where I'm gonna help you guys out, I'd suggest putting the two people in the one role that you think is going to be the most useful for this trip: survivalist, guide, or scout.
I think
Two survivalists.
scout, but guide's gonna be best.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt, so I was actually trying to type that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I have a couple options I can go. I'm pretty good with intelligence, and I also have survival. So
I don't
could.
have it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't buy rations, so maybe I should just do the survival because I'm the one who didn't
Yeah,
buy
you kind
rations.
of pigeonholed yourself into survival.
I can
Right.
lend you
Yeah, a
one.
little
That
bit.
makes sense.
Appropriate. Yeah.
I can lend you one.
Yeah.
Like a ration.
You better pay back the law.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's fair. They're human-sized rations, and you can't eat all of it.
I mean, plus I bought 3, so I can just give you one.
You bought a whole lot.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, just in case.
All
I
right.
got
Well,
lost.
thanks for letting me make it awkward.
It's okay, you know, it's a little gnome race.
So we have navigation for one. What's the other ones for scout and
Navigation, stealth, and survival.
Oh, I can do the stealth.
Oh.
I can do stealth as well.
Can't do
That's a plus
either of all 3 of those, so I might as well just help.
Okay.
I believe the first one, which was guide, is the most important one.
Guide is the most important. What is that under?
Guide is navigation. Navigation is under intelligence, I think.
Okay.
Which I don't have.
So, Alex, you're gonna go guide.
Guide navigation. There you go. I called it.
I'll help in stealth because I have a plus 6 mod in that. So.
So, stealth for both Jacob and Calf, and survival for Eric.
We gonna get lost.
Well, that's what we're gonna see. So that means that as you guys are leaving Lowvinter, Gladys has the reins of the cart, and you're going down the old road. You remember, because you've lived there forever, the old road is not just a single road. It sometimes branches out, it sometimes forks to just go around natural obstacles and comes back. Other times, yeah, it branches out to like other smaller paths like hunting trails or whatever that lead into the surrounding woodlands. And you know that this road goes, so you can follow it north, like to the north east, where the church would be, or you can follow it the opposite way, and it leads down south into eventually the Ashlands. So while things are going to be easier, because you know the place, you might still take the wrong turn at some point and will slow the party down if you get lost. So I'm going to ask our guide to roll for guiding, for navigating.
I got this.
I remember when the road was new.
I remember when my second husband was actually building the road. Oh, bless his heart. Whatever symbol they make.
Alright, give me a quick second.
It's like a ton of like old lady stories. You know what you need to buy with your money, Alex? Candies.
What?
You just need to buy little candies so you can just give them to people. Would you like
So-
a worm as original?
I have a bowl of those hard caramel
Peppermints.
candy.
Oh,
They're all
okay.
stuck together in a big chunk.
Alright, so
It'll work it out.
guide was a success. How about stealth?
Yes.
So since you, Josh is helping, you get an additional 20%. Or actually, you know what? No, we'll say flip the win. So just roll your check with a 20% bonus because of the
Okay.
easy place, the easy roads and all that.
Yeah.
And then
There
if
you
you
go.
do fail, oh my god, it's a crit.
It's a crit?
Yeah, when you roll double, it's a crit.
Ooh.
So if,
Oh,
you
nice.
Oh.
if you succeed and you roll doubles, then it's a crit success. And if you fail and roll doubles, then it's a crit miss.
Oh.
That's how they do it. So it's kind of cool.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
All right. So that was a success. And Eric,
Yeah.
Paria,
So
yeah, your survival
should I be
Plus-
changing anything to the?
plus 20%. Because
Okay, thank you.
everything is easy.
Yeah, seems right. I have this skill, so I'm gonna get the modifier. 42.
Almost a crit.
Why is it giving me that weird line at the bottom? Focus 1.
Yeah, what is this? Paria, go for a survival focus one. Did you write something as a focus on your sheet? A specialty or something? Do you have that? I don't think you do. I don't think any one of you had one.
No, but I think I marked it as. I think I marked it in red as a. Oh, I see. Yeah.
But marking it in red doesn't change anything.
No.
It means that you've got a plus 10% in it.
Yeah, because that's what I spent an upgrade on. No. Okay, that's weird. Let's not worry about it now. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
explore later.
We'll see. Yeah, it's the first time I see it on that sheet. Well, on roll 20 anyway. So that's weird. So that's another success. Guide, because you succeeded.
Yes.
You move along without getting lost. Yay. Survivalist, you succeeded. When time will come to rest, if you guys ever had peril, which you might accrue during the stretch, we'll see. But if you accrue peril and you heal that peril back, you can actually move back to unhindered. Paria, when you guys are setting up camp, you will set up like a luxury camp with whatever moss and logs and rocks you can find along the way. It's strange, but like for most people, the camp that you'll set up will be more comfortable than what they're used to at home.
Or in the week-long prison sentence. That's
Yeah.
the way it was.
Josh and so Josh and Kat have
Yes.
not been seen for the better part of the day. You were so good at doing what you did that you guys might not even encounter anything.
Nice.
Which is actually a good thing. Yep. So, the trip was uneventful, which is like the best thing that could happen.
Nice.
Nothing, no bad weather, no, why is there French in the chat?
Because I was just arguing with Jess.
Alright. Evil words. Hey, watch your mouth. So, no bad weather, no bandits, no scavenging animals or predators or whatever. Actually, the only thing you found was a wild boar that Paria actually hunted down and killed. And so tonight, you are eating...
Feasting?
Huh?
Feasting?
Yeah, feasting on... I was going to say venison, but it's not venison. It's wild meat. You guys are feasting on wild meat on this, like, bed of moss that was prepared by Paria with, like, a little overhang thing made with, like, pine branches and such. It's actually very cozy. And as you're winding down from this day, I'm going to ask you guys to roll, each of you, a toughness check with a plus 20.
I am tough.
Oh.
Woo! I was close.
I missed it.
Yeah, you did.
And
So close though.
Oh, failed.
It was so close.
oh no,
Oh no, most of you failed. Except
Except
the old
frail
lady.
old-
Except the frail old lady. What the hell?
I didn't roll.
I've eaten worse.
Been
So
rolling extraordinarily high. Yeah.
those that failed will take 13 points of peril. So how does that work? When you take damage, whether peril, which is like sort of mental damage, or actual wounds, you look at your peril threshold on your sheet.
Mhm.
So you've got like a value in the bigger square and then other values. If the number that I've rolled, 13, beats the first value, you go down one step on the condition track. If it beats the second value, which would be your willpower plus 6, then you go down 2 steps. And then, 3 steps, 4 steps, etc., etc. So in this case, with a 13, do I beat at least the first value of your peril threshold?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And what is that value, out of curiosity?
And
6.
5.
5?
8.
8, 5,
6.
6. So I think for some of you, I actually beat even the second value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 9.
Okay.
Yep.
So for those of you that I beat the second value, you go down to the ignore one skill rank thing. Which means a skill rank is a plus 10. So every skill that you have a red dot in it, it's as if you didn't have it anymore.
Is
Yeah.
it going to auto-calculate it?
No. I don't
No, I
think
just
so.
add a situational -10 to the roll, I imagine.
Yeah, that's it. And the skills with which you do not have ranks, those aren't affected.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just you're so tired and you're so stressed that the things that you're normally good at, you're just normal with them. Like, you went back to standard, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
can I ask like why we took that? Is that this happens every time
So-
we like rest and stuff?
This is in Zweihander. Normally, your character will always be somewhere along the condition track that isn't unhindered. Like, unhindered is like this pristine virgin state of mind that the characters are when they start the game, and you never go back to that. Now, however, we haven't done the camping phase yet, so you guys might heal that damage anyway. But more often than not, you'll be imperiled. Like, an unhindered character is someone who's optimistic about everything that's about to happen. They're setting out, they're strong in their beliefs that what they do is going to have a positive outcome, that they're going to survive and everything. Now, the thing is you guys just walked for 12 hours. I don't know if in real life you've actually done that, but when you walk for 12 hours, I can tell you that a few things happen. You're sore as fuck. Your feet hurt. You're probably, if not calloused right away, but you've probably got blisters because, let's face it, you guys don't have good running shoes. Your joints, hey Gladys, your joints hurt everywhere.
I'm riding on the cart. I'm good.
Paria, oh no, your ass hurts. Paria, you've been out in the bush for the better part of the day. You hunted down a boar almost barehanded. You got stuck to like thorns or whatever. You might have stumbled on a root or whatnot, stuff like that. Even for Funkley and Layla, at some point, you're stealthing around for, let's say, 12 hours. Crouching, waiting, moving, trying to not make a sound, inspecting everything that happens. You're on high alert. Mentally, it's also exhausting. So that's why you guys went down to that. Now, however, Mama Paria made you the best camp there could be.
You did it.
Yeah. So you can use the quality of the rest that was procured by the roll means that, okay, well, you didn't take any damage, any injuries. You're feasting on boar, So the only other thing... peril condition track. Oh, wow. So I think you guys are going to heal up everything on the peril track.
Ooh.
Let me just confirm. Like I said earlier, I'm sorry if it's spotty today, but these are the type of things that I want to get everybody used to. Rest to recover. Place of warmth and safety, and then sleep. Which is what you do. Oh, wow. So, you regain the whole thing. Normally, you'd go all the way up to imperiled. But in this case, because of the quality of the rest you had, you go all the way up to unhindered again.
Nice.
That's unusual that we would go to unhindered.
Yeah, normally it would stay at imperiled. From now on to forever. But seeing how Eric is so good at surviving, I don't think you guys are going to have a hard time in the bushes as long as Paria is with you. Or at least as long as you're within Paria's good graces.
I get them old boy next time.
So and that's also good to know, because I think the next time when we go through a toughness, I would rather spend my fate point to flip my roll. So now I know that going forward. So that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't like ignoring my skill ranks. Okay.
Well, it's a grim world. You guys might not have full access to all of your skills all the time.
So in this case, if we add ignore 2 skill ranks but only add 1 dot in it, we will only ignore.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So basically, you guys are sort of protected in a way from the more dire consequences of losing peril, because the ignore 2 skill ranks and 3 skill ranks probably won't happen before the next at least 2 or 3 games for sure. But the thing is when you go down to incapacitated, your character is either freaking out or so exhausted that they fail every skill check ever until they sleep. So it's at that point you can still speak, though laboriously, but otherwise you can't do anything else. Anything that would require a die roll, you're screwed. And if you look at wounds, well, wounds are harder to heal, but you don't necessarily you're gonna die at some point, but you don't necessarily accrue them as fast as peril does. Peril is something that, you saw it earlier with Josh's intimidation. It can rack up pretty fast. I mean, that poor guy earlier lost 4 points down on his condition track. Anton is a wreck right now.
Crying.
He's scared. He knows that you're going to kill him. He knows that, and he's afraid because he knows that you're going to take pleasure in it, and he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
That being said, let's go back to the narrative, to camp. And who I will assume that, especially Paria, as you're sort of accustomed to living on your own, living in the wilds, in inhospitable territory, you sort of make it a point to have people take watches? Or do you not care at all?
Oh no, I would obviously ask people to keep watches. I was actually kind of thinking about maybe this could roll into why I am perilled. Is actually I don't, and I do the whole thing.
Oh, but if if you do sleep, you regain the whole peril thing.
Oh, well, that's fair. Okay, then no, I would love to make this a teachable moment for everybody. So I might ask the group about keeping watches, and so I've made this camp. Has anyone here kept watch before? Or should I show you some pointers?
I think we all know how to look and listen for stuff.
Oh, sassy.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Just give me
I make
cut, and Ladle. I'm gonna hit it if something comes near. I'll wake you guys up.
So you know the difference between the footpads of a wolf or a fox, a deer,
A
a stag,
female deer?
ray, drop of cold sun. Sorry. I had to say a female deer. um,
Wait a second. I think I
Yeah.
just got it.
if you're not prepared and you're not careful, then you'll jump at every single sound that you hear.
Hmm. Well,
But
I'm not. Go on.
if you do not need my advice, then fine.
Ah, go for advice. At least I know I'll be listening.
Right. Well, we set up a watch order.
Yeah, and go into
tell you
detail
what
as
for.
to, like, you try to instill into them the sense of how important keeping watches are and how to distinguish between various sounds, which means that for everybody, for your watch, give yourself a plus 10%, because this road is considered a safe road, so you get an extra 20%, so it's a perception or eavesdrop. You're going to decide which one of the two your character takes, and then give yourself a plus 30%. And then
Perception
roll.
or eavesdrop?
Yeah.
I do perception. Who's doing what watch? Does that matter?
Oh.
I don't need the order, but I will need. I'll see if somebody fails or somebody succeeds, and then I'll go on from there.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I would volunteer to take a shift. We need three watch orders, right? So we need somebody who volunteers to not watch.
Well, you can split. You could split it into watches of 2 hours each, and then you're just remain in camp
so
for like 10
everybody does it?
hours. Well, you could if you wanted to.
We could also let the old lady sleep.
I'm okay. I can do it.
She's 91. She's gonna be up before all of you guys anyway.
Oh, she can
Exactly.
take the last one.
Before I
Yeah.
sleep though, I get Anton's manacles that were on the spoke,
Mhm.
unlatch them, latch them to my wrist, and have him sleep in the camp with us.
He does not enjoy that.
Hmm.
Oh no. Whatever shall he do?
Tremble.
I take off his I
Yeah.
would like, oh yeah, we'll have to take off his gag, and I'd be like, you can have the leftovers. It's fine.
Oh, he scarfs down the boar like it's his last meal.
Guess what?
So, can you guys roll your watch rolls, please?
Yes.
Alright, when you say perception, do you mean scrutinize?
Scrutinize. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Just making
Oh, so
sure.
we're doing screw.
Yeah, it's scrutiny or eavesdrop. My bad.
I actually have that.
Succeed.
Still easy though.
Yeah, plus 20, plus 10 more.
Oh, plus 20?
So 30.
Yeah,
Oh, hang
so in all plus 30. So I mean, Gladys
Wait.
got it. Paria got it.
No, I need to reroll.
Huh?
So
I
trivia.
need to reroll. Hang on.
Well, you don't
Oh, I
need to
thought that-
reroll. You succeeded anyway.
Yeah, you would
No,
have
but
10.
I had the wrong modifiers.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, anyway, you rolled
Now
a
I'm
27 and the minimum was 41, so
Yeah.
now you failed though.
No.
Oh no, rating. I'm sorry,
Oh.
my bad. So everybody
was
succeeded.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. All right. So in the night, Paria. So as you're keeping watch, you hear a faint sound coming from Funkley. Did you say you were sleeping in the cart with him, or you're just dragging him next to you and sleeping on your mossy bed?
He's next to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Also a note as well.
Mhm.
I do have in my. I couldn't find this in the book, but I have animal bane. Whatever that does.
Animal
Wolf
bane?
And wolf bane.
Oh, it's like a toxin.
Yeah, I think it's like to scare wild animals away or something. But
Yeah.
I just have it.
Okay. We'll check it. But actually, the sound doesn't come from an animal. It comes from Anton, who goes, "Psst, hey, lady, please, lady, please, please." And he whispers you to like motion closer.
I give him a real big side eye, being like, "What?"
I didn't steal the money because I'm a thief. I stole the money because of the order. Hankelstein, him and his others, they're the ones who've been kidnapping people around town. It's been going on for a while. The church is in it. Father Bertram can tell you, but it's like a whole racket thing. You have to believe me. That's why I wanted you guys to get there. Please, just make sure that. Promise me that you'll listen to him, even after I'm dead. I swear, I'm sorry about what happened to your daughter. I didn't mean for her to get hurt. I just wanted this whole thing to stop, and I thought disrupting the payments would do something. I had the most honest of intentions, I swear. Just please.
Is there a way I can know this person's telling the truth or not?
Yes.
Yeah, because like, it sounds like this person's trying to get out of it, and I've heard plenty of things.
Yeah, he's trying real hard actually.
Scrutiny, right?
Yeah, I think it's scrutiny, but I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure.
Right.
Let me check. Oh, yeah. I'm an idiot. I kept saying scrutinize for perception checks, but it's awareness.
Oh.
It's awareness. And I think scrutinize is actually to see if someone's
Check
lying.
awareness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, understand motives. So that's cool. Alex, let's retcon what you did at the beginning of the game, and basically you tried to assess the intents of the net when you opened the door.
What is that net going to do? Oh,
It's a net.
Are you a friend or oh shit?
it's
So
just a pigeon.
it's a
Your
scrutinized,
story is full of holes, Net.
which is what you
Yes.
guys have been doing all night, keeping watch and going like, is this tree going to kill me in my sleep? You look like a bad tree.
Got my eye on you.
So
So
yeah,
it's a scrutinized test.
It's a scrutinized test.
Standard.
You know what? You don't have any reason to believe him, so I'll say give yourself a +10. Make it a routine test.
Because this is happening during the watch, I'm still perilled, right? Right before I roll. So that gives me a minus 10.
Did you take?
I want to ask.
Well, it depends. Did you take first watch?
Yeah, I probably did take first watch.
Then yes, you would.
Okay, fair enough. All right, cool.
No, thanks for being honest.
Yep.
Ooh, do you want to use a fortune point to reroll?
Yeah, I would love to use a fortune point here. I'll spend one to switch that around. And say, save your silver tongue for the great judges of the sky.
You notice that despite him being overly forthcoming, in his eyes, you notice like the determination of someone on borrowed time. He knows he's not going to make it, and that message he just said, like, from what you can see in his expression and his demeanor, like, that was very important. That was
Okay.
like, he needed to get that message across. Now, whether you believe him or not,
Right. It definitely sounds like I don't believe it. I don't believe it to his face right now. Maybe it lingers with me and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But like, I definitely just kind of shrug it off and say, yeah, I probably don't say anything after I tell him to just hold his breath for his maker.
And he just goes back to sleep, or tries to anyway, next to the tiny killing machine, shackled to him. And as the camera pans up into the sky, following the trail of campfire smoke, we are going to end today's episode there.
So we
Halfway
didn't find
through
any
the stretch.
foxes or wolves or deers that I could just alert to any of those.
Nope, actually.
What is this?
Everything was super peaceful. Well, thanks in large part to all of your successes on the overland travel. You guys made sure that nothing would get to you. Now there's one last thing we need to do though, and I'm gonna need your help. And this is the corruption phase. So normally I'm supposed as the GM to track corruption points and all that, and I mean that's a lot, especially for a first game. So I'm gonna co-opt it to you guys, and in the interest of the story, the narrative, more than anything, I'm gonna ask you guys to tell me. I can list you a list of offenses, things that would give you corruption points. So don't think of corruption points as like turning evil, but more as turning away from whatever, like twisting whatever your order alignment is into what your chaos alignment could be. And I'll give you an example. Like, minor offenses are bad deeds that are inflicted upon the innocent, loved ones, or those who are helpless. Such as, for example, defacing a tomb, like just digging out a tomb, threatening violence upon an innocent person, using psychological torture, gaslighting a friend or loved one. One step above would be middling offenses, which are basically crimes. Like anything that is illegal would go into that. Theft, robbery, openly mocking the gods, false accusation, assault, murder, except in self-defense. And of course, if you're a priest, it also goes into like if you offend your deity and whatever. And then major offenses, don't worry, I'll let you know if it happens. So I want to know, between yourselves, and according to you, not your character, do you think your character would earn corruption point from their actions? And we can debate that amongst ourselves. If someone thinks that no, it wasn't, or whatever. Remember that these aren't your character turning evil or you losing control of your character. It doesn't go into that at all. It's just going to shift you over, and maybe over time start to affect your roleplay. So do you think any of you should earn corruption points tonight?
Yes.
Alex, who and why?
Me, because I sat down with a prisoner and just started talking about how things would happen. Or how things happened in the past. I was really trying to psychologically, I don't know if it's scar him, but scare the crap out of him for my own freaking entertainment.
Okay, so that wasn't like to teach him a lesson or anything. Do you guys agree?
Oh no, it was for my fun.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Does it like how? Yeah, I mean, I guess right now, like, obviously this is a question for the group, right? And like we have to vote on it. I guess so. I guess it matters. To what degree do we think we should be giving these things out?
So, minor offenses are normally like a point each.
Yeah.
Basically, after we tally up our points, you guys will roll a d10. If the number rolled is equal to or less than the amount of points gained, you increase your chaos rank by 1 step. So on your sheet, you like darken one circle along your chaos ranks.
And is
if-
that per person, or is it just
It's per
specific?
person.
It's specific to a person.
Yeah, it's specific to like your character and your character alone.
Okay.
So 1 point is almost nothing. I mean, you have like 10% chance of gaining a rank. Now, if the result rolled is more than the number of corruption points gained, then instead you increase your order by 1. The first one that reaches 10 will give you something. So chaos at 10 resets the whole thing, and you gain a disorder. And then order at 10 resets everything, and it goes. You gain a fate point. The thing is the way the game works is you guys will accrue fate points very slowly, which is intended. It's very hard to go through a whole session, and as the game progresses, I'm gonna put you guys in situations where, you know, the easy way out would give you a couple corruption points, but that way, you know, it sets the tone for the whole world you're playing in. It's easier to go grim dark, but if you do stay on the righteous path, eventually you'll be rewarded, but it takes a while. So disorders are gained fairly, like, maybe once every 5 sessions, maybe, depending on the rate of play and the type of character you're playing. Like a zealous witch hunter probably has like a handful of disorders in their pockets, and for the type of character they are, that's kind of normal. So for this offense, like, that would be like a 1 point offense to me. Like, you psychologically tortured someone, and you didn't need to. You had nothing to gain from it except your own personal enjoyment.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's why I'm voting yes.
So, does anybody else have something for their character that they believe that happened? It doesn't, like, I mean, I didn't really pay that much attention to it. I was paying attention to whether Josh would torture the poor guy or not, but he wasn't tortured physically.
No, but he was dragged by the neck with the bullwhip. So there's that. I'm like,
It wasn't to the excessive degree where he was like choking to death. It was just more like a restraint.
okay.
Like a man catcher.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Because he could still like breathe and stuff, but he was just like, I mean, like pulled along. So it wasn't to the point where he was like unconscious. It will come, but not yet.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I agree. It was not.
Then in that case, Alex, I'm gonna ask you to roll a d10.
Grow horns.
Hey, guess what? You gain an order rank.
Woo!
Hey.
Everybody else, here's the weird part. Roll a d10. Hey, guess what? You all rolled above the number.
0.
You all gain an order rank.
Huh.
Oh, I didn't wrong. Do we have okay? We have to wrong.
Because,
That would have been funny if I was the only one gaining a chaos rank.
well, things happen.
It
So-
came close, to be honest.
Yeah. So going forward, like I said earlier, this is like a tutorial type of session. Going forward, things are gonna get more and more morally gray, harder for your character to make the right choice. But one thing I will never do is railroad your characters and make you pay for whatever decisions you take. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session.
Heck yeah.
I know I did.
That's grim.
Thanks a lot for
It's dark.
playing. We're starting this whole adventure slowly but surely. So let's just go around. Everybody tell the people at home where to find you, what you have going on, what you do, and all that jazz. And we'll start with Eric.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody. Dude, Simon, thank you so much.
No
Yeah,
problem.
everybody, chat, cast, my fellow players. Thank you for this, for indulging me. It's cool. I don't get to play weird, creepy, apocalyptic nun lady. Some weird Gerudo Bene Gesserit. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, you can find me at Eric Fogaris everywhere. I do a lot of role playing games and stuff of my own. I do want to, but rather than pitch my own stuff right now, I want to pitch that there's a cool con that's getting kickstarted right now called Big Bad Con. It takes place in Oakland, California. It's run by my friend Sean Nittner, who's been running this con for like 5+ years now. It's super good. It's one of the best gaming cons I think out there. So if you're into it, just Google around Big Bad Con. It has a Kickstarter going. It's already funded, but you go there, get your tickets, help build, make the con bigger, get some special guests flown in there as well to be like guest speakers and stuff like that at the con. All these cool indie designer people. So do it. It's really cool. That's me.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Let's go with Alex.
Hello, you can find me on the Twitterverse at the Gambit. I believe we don't have game next week. We're gonna have one.
Next Tuesday for Star Wars. Next Wednesday for not next, but in 2 weeks. Wednesday for MistVeil. Yeah.
All right, and that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to push on my side, unfortunately.
All right. Josh.
Hey, Josh, also known as Pro Restarter. First of all, as was previously said, thanks Simon for running this. Super fun. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for everyone who was playing, for putting up with my voice. Get ready for more of that. Hey, you can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, or Pro Restarter. Catch me playing with a gaggle of people all across the board. Almost everyone here. Trying to get to play with Catherine, so that's going to be a new person in the notch. So yeah, hey, thank you for having me.
No problem. You're welcome. Thank you for playing. Kat.
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at CAATHX, although it's mostly politics and French, so I don't know if that's going to be interesting. And I'm mostly active on Instagram at Amphiphiloscope. I'll write it in the chat because it's quite a long word. Thanks for the game. That was fun. It's a challenge for me to play completely in English, but I think that wasn't too bad. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, I don't know. Did you guys have a hard time?
It was rough. Like,
No.
Alex, you're the only one who's not
Shut up,
allowed to
Alex.
say anything.
oh,
And I'm Simon at WanderingDM, Wandering_DM on Twitter. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching this super game. I'm stoked to finally be able to play Zweihander for real, and to play with you guys because that was awesome. I know today was a bit rocky, but as we go along, things are gonna change, and we'll get even more grim, darker than we were today. On that note, you can find me in 2 weeks on Monday at on twitch.tv/DeerTelevision for the Runners of the Badland game. It's a D&D 5e like post-apocalyptic game. Tuesday, it's Star Wars Points of Light, so a Star Wars game played in the darkest timeline. And on Wednesday for the second episode of MistVeil, a Zweihander campaign. I'm also still on the lookout for players for a D&D 5e hex crawl in my own campaign setting of Age of Arcana. The form is still up on Google. If you look at my Twitter, it's the pinned tweet. And the form is going to still be open probably until Sunday. And then I'm going to send out the campaign primers to those who were interested. Form the groups. Games are going to be most probably, like I can say most definitely, on Fridays evenings or Saturday mornings, Eastern time, of course. So I'll see with the group and the people that have applied which day fits the best, but there will be more than one session, actually, more than one game, so we'll probably play both on Fridays and on Saturdays. So thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Ciao, everyone.